Hi, I'm Jon Gibs. I'm the Vice President of Media Analytics for the Nielsen Company. I focus on online measurement, social measurement, and mobile measurement, as well as ad effectiveness.
Jon, thank you so much for being here.
My pleasure.
So the digital video market, it's advancing quickly. We're all talking about its growth.
There's a lot of stuff going on.
There's a lot of stuff going on, but there's still a lot of room to grow.
Yes, without question.
Without question. What aspects of digital video, particularly in terms of measurement, have set a strong foundation for the continuation of this growth?
Sure. So I think that there are some good things, right? Some of the really good things that have happened so far is the ability for us to really be able to take those things that we've learned about in other platform measurement, TV measurement, for example, and be able to extend them online. So to be able to say, what is the reach and frequency? What are the demographics? How do we actually take a look at this audience online as a platform, and how do we make that comparable back to TV, has been, I think, a strong growth point. From online specifically, though, I think one of the great strong areas has been we've really begun to look at video measurement super granularly. So on a second-by-second level, we can understand what people are doing, how they're doing it online, and that allows us to sort of zoom all the way out from sort of comparing across all media, and then zoom all the way in on a very micro level online to be able to understand really specifically how people are using that content.
Okay. That sounds fabulous. Like, it's a completely winning equation, but a lot of people here are talking about the challenges, too many metrics, too few.
Right.
What do you think really needs to be overcome? What challenge needs to be resolved to make digital video scale like TV?
Sure. So one of the ways to make it scale like it scales for TV is to have more people watch it, right? So one of the issues why it doesn't scale the same way is simply not as many people watch video online as watch video on TV. That may sound like an obvious thing to say, but it's true. The other thing is that we also need to work towards a place where the standards that we're building for the online platform allow us to equivalize back to what we have for television, for mobile, and for a bunch of other metrics as well. And the way that we do that is not just through saying how many GRPs are there out there or how many impressions are there out there, but be able to take a look at the audience relative to the impact that those ads have on that audience overall. So we can really say that a 30-second spot on TV is worth X relative to a 30-second spot online, and be able to say that, if I serve an ad on TV versus online to 100,000 people on each, how many heads are actually turned by what I'm doing.
So do you think that the conversation in terms of video measurement is going to stay more towards television? Is that?
Well, I think it's going to stay towards whatever you call that giant screen that's in the living room.
Okay. So that will lead the way in terms of the metrics people are looking at?
It is. And if you think about it this way, right, that for a long time, TV, the box, and TV, the media that comes through it, have been synonymous. We've kind of thought about those things as the same thing. But increasingly, we see that being divorced. We think that we see TV as happens to be the big screen in our house, but we're seeing increasingly different forms of content is coming through there. Hulu is coming through there. Netflix is coming through there. Hulu is coming through my iPad. It's coming through my PC. All these other things. So we have to be able to, let the primary viewership experience lead the way. And if that is the giant box on the wall, that's great, but that doesn't necessarily mean TV as TV per se. It doesn't mean TV as the broadcast networks. It doesn't mean TV as cable as we traditionally understand it. We have to allow consumer behavior and the way that consumers want to consume this content to really dictate the way the industry wants to move.
As the industry moves towards the line continually getting thinner between what comes out of your set-top box and what you go to the computer or even mobile for, there's a lot of talk about unified measurement. It was the title of your conversation today. What do you think? Well, first off, the IAB has their Making Measurement Make Sense initiative. What do you think needs to happen to really create a base for the unified measurement of video?
So I think a couple things need to happen. One is that we need to get to a place online where we're very confident in the demographics and delivery that we have. That allows us to say that online is the same as TV. Right now, from an online measurement standpoint, we're not really in the same place that TV measurement is from a quality of data perspective. So that's thing one that we have to do. Thing two that we have to do is we realistically have to understand effectiveness across different platforms and understand what platforms work for different things in better ways. And that's the next way we build equivalency and allow these two things to sort of unify. And finally, we need to understand duplication across platforms. So I need to know that if I'm putting a large campaign into market on TV, here's how online helps and here's how online adds to it. Otherwise, I'm just doing two independent buys that are going in separate directions.
To a more sort of fun question that that I'm asking people. It's very general. What's hot now in digital video that you don't think is going to be cool a year from now?
Well, I'm not allowed to say Twitter, am I? No.
I mean, there's so much innovation. There's so much change, from interactivity to, you know, different trends in viral to something in measurement that you think is a measurement that's just going to go by the wayside, that people aren't going to need anymore. I
like the idea of sort of bringing viral in here because you know we think about, I'm going to make this video clip go viral, and we think that, oh, you know, I can just make something go viral. I think that one of the things that we have to understand is that we're still going to be in a place for quite some time where the idea of a sort of short clip video being this thing that can sort of take over the universe, we're not really in that place. The idea where sort of viral content is going to be able to overwhelm TV content. Frequently in our work life, we see that and we believe that because we're all part of the internet. We all see stuff online, and you know, somebody sends us a really funny video. But you should compare sort of the percentage of time you spend looking at viral videos online to the amount of time you sit and watch TV, or the amount of time you sit and you watch Hulu. It's still sort of professional built content is still the backbone of everything that we have. And so a lot of the small video is great in terms of a way that we sort of in terms of the way we surround the experience. We have all these sort of different types of content, but professionally driven content that comes through sort of a traditional development model is still going to maintain sort of the strong force of the industry for some time, I think.
Okay, great.
Thanks.
Thank you so much.